finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. So there is the trophy-laden Frank Rijkaard, the essential piece in one of football. And Messi! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
He's a sharp little ball here. Kajolu. And it's Kadiolu. Nicely weighted ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Messi!
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
Good ball over the top. Now it's Villa. Rice. Oh, this looks sharp. And no, that was never going to make it. Now that looks a decent ball. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Villa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Burnley with the corner. They're first. Oh, good effort! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Xavi. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Burnley are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Saviola. Barcelona given another corner. Barcelona have their second corner now. Takes a shot! Contact was certainly crisp, didn't quite come off.
Well, he's getting a few rounds of applause from around the touchline, but he's angry with himself, really angry.
Corner number 3 coming up. And a header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for options for movement.
Donadoni clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? he looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
O'Reilly is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Xavi. Kadiolu. Now it's Messi. And it's Xavi. For Iniesta. And here's Neymar. And it's Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Kadiolu has the space to scheme. Tries to get it clear. And they're back on the ball again. Spread out to the left. Now it's Donatoni. He has found the way through. Skillfully cut out. He is so... And the shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Griezmann certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. He's got away. Chance for a shot! Deftly away. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Osimhen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Rijkaard with the clearance. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And here's Donatoni. Rijkaard, a player who needs no introduction. Xavi. And this is Saviola. And he's managed to get free. Saviola gets on his bike and on the move. Played in by... And a chance! They've scored!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
Simplicity itself.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to...
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Burnley come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Oh, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Burnley really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
He's found a way through. Oh, well played, well played. And he passes it long. Now it's Villa. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Kadiolu. Xavi, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Kadiolu. Neymar in acres of space out wide. And this is Xavi. Iniesta. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Osimhen! Oh, what has happened here? This time, surely! And a neat finish! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job.
And the finish! That's another chance! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Substitution on the field, number 6, Griezmann.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Barcelona have their lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Passing nice and neat. Donald, shot a goal! Goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution on the field, number 14.
The two coaches are signalling changes
Number
here, both at the
41.
same time.
Rice.
Burnley
Number
dragged
11.
themselves back again.
David Villa.
Well, I think the players will be
Coming on
buoyed
the
by the
field,
fact that they've managed to
number
level
8,
things in a hurry.
Xabi
Tails
Alonso.
most definitely up
number
now.
19.
Mbappe! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
And the shot! And there's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Quite a game this, all square again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And it's Xavi. Spread it left. Xavi. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Messi. Mbappe.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Tries to pass it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Iniesta. Xavi. Mbappe. And he welcomes it in. Piqué is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Iniesta. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Burnley are down to 10 men.
Substitution on the field. Number
Messi
3
is standing over this
on
one.
the field is number 13.
And it's Messi.
Gabriel.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well,
Oh, he's been caught napping. Chance! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? That was a given. It always was.
and the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
There will be 5 minutes
Barcelona
added time.
now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
And the counter is on. Threads one in. He is through here.
There they go, hunting again.
Goes down, but nothing given. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Gabriel wins. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was this. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Mateus. Now it's Alvarez. Now it's Villa. Oh, a delicate chip through. Roberto Carlos. And Mateus. Schneider. De Jong. And here's Cruyff. Not the most accurate pass. Threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's found a way through. And it's Griezmann. Goes for the shot! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Griezmann certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Schneider. Schneider going forward. Ferry does well to get it back. No goals as yet. Looking for a runner. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Osimhen. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Burnley are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Mateus. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And Donatoni.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nicely weighted ball. Gabriel kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Schneider. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross to the back post. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Griezmann gets it away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Roberto Carlos. Mateus. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Schneider! Oh, nice, just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Aims beyond the defence. Spread it left.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Schneider has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now he's got space here. Floated through. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Roberto Carlos. And Mateus. And it's De Jong. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Hakimi. Mateus. Oh, that's delightful. It's Schneider! Schneider! Brilliant!
Well, we had a feeling, Peter, that he would show up sometime, but not in such spectacular style. I can tell you it certainly made one man's job a lot easier in this half-time break.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across?
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Burnley currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Burnley needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he's got away from him. Bergkamp is always looking to break lines. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Osimhen going after that. And it's Schneider. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. And that's aimed into the middle. No, that's been dealt with. And they can counter here. Schneider has found the net here, of course. And here's Alvarez. Schneider. Shot, surely! And that was struck with genuine force. And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short, and he's straight offside.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Donadoni being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Baresi makes the interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Cruyff. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Bergkamp. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rijkaard. Now it's Villa. David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real chance here. And they win it back again. Oh, this looks sharp. David Villa picks it up out wide. Mateus. De Jong, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Schneider, looking to play him in. Great vision. Good read, needed to be.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Good ball, good take.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
That has been cut short. Hakimi. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
It's a searching pass. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, good-looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Cruyff. Belletti. Griezmann. And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
The two coaches
Striker.
are signalling changes
Number
here, both at the
41.
same time.
Rice. Number 6. Griezmann. Number 11. David Villa.
And it's Arda
Number
Güler.
3. Coming on the
Knocks
field.
it into space.
Number
Oh, that's
8.
wonderful alertness.
Xabi Alonso.
This
Number
usually is the
18.
time teams go into
Guide.
conservation mode.
Number 20. Takahana. Number 9. Mbappe. Number 27. Serginho.
Nicely shaped ball.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, the less said about that pass, the better. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.